Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a love reading, and today we're going to be looking at how the person connected to you is feeling about you. And one thing I want to say is this may be someone that you're not even thinking about. It's a very heavy energy. So we're going to start with this deck and see what the energy surrounding you and this person is. And then we're going to go into their feelings. And like I said, it's a very heavy energy. So let's have a look at what's happening here. So you'll know by this deck if it's your reading, and just trust your intuition. We have the Runner. Oh dear. So the first card I saw was Things Coming to Light, the Dragonfly. So something could have come to light to this person recently. Maybe they've had some sort of realization that they've been running. And then I saw the Butterfly, which talks about healing the inner child. And healing is not, I always say healing is not sunshine and rainbows. It can be quite uncomfortable to heal. So perhaps something is coming to light about this person's like childhood wounds. And I'm talking about your person, like something coming to light about their own childhood wounding. And now we have the Runner, so fear of intimacy, running away. This could have been quite a triggering connection. Maybe something that you said, like maybe something came to light for you or from you, like you could have said something to them. I'm actually hearing like all the things you said running through my head, running through my head, running through my head. So maybe it's something that you brought to light or triggered within this person. And then we have Poker Face. So someone not showing their hand, someone not, I feel like this could be someone who's been running from you, not really admitting how they feel. And this card also talks about taking a risk. So let's see what happens here when we shuffle out some cards. Also, I'm doing a new round of zodiac readings this week, or I'm starting them, and I'm feeling called to do a zodiac twin flame readings. So I've never done specific zodiac twin flame readings. I do zodiac love readings constantly, but I've never done like specifically twin flame ones. So maybe you could just let me know if that's something you're interested in, because I've been really feeling called to do that. So yeah, we have abundance. So keeping a positive mindset. So this is also about you. This reading is also about you. So you could be trying to keep a positive mindset. I just heard a big bang. Interesting. You could also be, going through some sort of leveling up. We also have unconditional love. So right now you could be focusing on, oh dear. Right now, sorry. Right now you could be focusing on trying to keep a positive mindset, focusing on your abundance, focusing on your pentacle world, focusing on self-love, having unconditional love towards yourself. Underneath the unconditional love card, we have giving and receiving. Oh, sorry. Underneath the unconditional love card, we have the golden mirror. And I'm not saying your person is like a diagnosed narcissist. It's an overused term. But there are lots of people out there that have narcissistic tendencies and traits. It doesn't necessarily make them one. But you could have been in a situation where you were an empath and you attracted in someone with those traits. And there could have been an imbalance of energy with that. With this card, there could have been, lack of equal give and take, lack of balance. And you could have been dealing with someone that, was a little more self-focused. It could have felt a little one-sided because you could have been putting in more effort. You could have also been trying to keep a positive mindset about this person, that they could change, that if you just showed them enough love, they could change. Sometimes what happens, especially we had that runner card, so it feels like you were dealing with someone who had like a fear of intimacy. And sometimes when there's an imbalance, it's, you know, we're human. It's a human reaction when there's an imbalance to kind of try and give more energy to it. Like, oh, if I just show them more love, if I'm just patient, in hopes that things will balance out. But what actually happens is the scales tip. So you could have been trying to keep a positive mindset about this person that was showing up in this golden mirror energy. And you could have even been in that energy of feeling like you unconditionally loved them. Like, even though they had those traits, even though it seemed kind of one-sided, even though maybe they were a little self-focused and maybe there was, you know, some not so desirable energy happening, or they were treating you in a not so desirable way, you could have felt like you could have still loved them, you know, unconditionally. But unconditional love doesn't mean sacrificing ourselves or putting up with bad behavior. So that's kind of what I'm hearing, is that you were trying to keep a positive mindset that you could help this person or that things would work out. I'm curious what's under the mirror. Yeah, we have soul connection. So clearly you felt a soul connection with this person, but I feel like at some point you need to unconditionally love yourself more and know that you deserve more. And the only way to ascend, the only way for change to truly happen sometimes is to pull your energy back. So you could have pulled your energy back, or if you were unwilling to pull your energy back, the universe could have made it happen by kind of pushing this person away from you. Because I do feel like you were dealing with a runner. So let's see what's happening here. And just so you know, it's very common for empaths and empaths that need to like awaken to attract in somebody with those golden mirror traits. Anyway, so we do have third party interference. So there could have been third party interference, or this person, like clearly there was attraction between you and this person. But it could have been that this person just wanted to hook up. Maybe they didn't want anything serious, fear of intimacy, fear of commitment. For some of you, there could have been third-party interference. Now we have reminiscing, learning from the past. So I do feel like your person is thinking about the past here. Let's keep going. Interesting. We have teddy bear and we have addiction. Codependent, obsession, restraint, possession, control, emotional block. So it feels like this person, there is a lot of attraction here. There's a strong pull towards you, energetic pull. This person is interested in you. And I think they showed up interested in you in the past, but I think something changed once feelings of intimacy got involved. They started to run. With this addiction card, this can also speak to devil energy. So there could have been toxic behaviors. There could have been like anxious attachment and anxious avoidant, runner chaser energy. There could have been codependency. It feels like this person is interested in you, but they have an emotional blockage here. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, we have unconditional love, which I already talked about that in the beginning. And we have separation. So I do feel like at some point you needed to cut these chains. And like I said, if you didn't cut them, the universe made it happen, divine intervention. I'm hearing rejection is protection. And I feel like there needed to be a separation here because like I said, even if you unconditionally love this person, especially if you feel a soul contract with them, at some point you have to draw the line and unconditionally love yourself over this person. And if you unconditionally love yourself, you don't put up with that type of behavior is what I'm hearing. So it feels like you and this person went into separation and now you are learning how to love yourself, or you chose yourself, or the universe made you choose yourself. And you are now trying to give that love to yourself. With separation, we do have sadness, bitterness, missing you, thinking about you, uncertain about future. So I do feel like this person is thinking about you heavily. Like I said, coming into this reading, it was a very heavy energy, and it was the type of energy that when I feel it, I grab, I think it's called the Black Tarot or the Dark Tarot. So yeah. I also feel like this person is restraining themselves from coming towards you for whatever reason, probably because they have an emotional block. On the bottom, yeah, we have interested in talking to you, looking at your pictures. So this person is interested in talking to you, but right now they're restraining themselves. We'll get one more card. We have clock, so they need time, and the snake is on the bottom. So clearly there's some toxicity here. There could have been competition with a third party. I'm not saying that you should feel you were in competition with a third party. We should never compare ourselves to anyone except ourselves and past versions of ourselves. But it feels like this person is interested in talking to you, but they're trying to restrain themselves. And I said for whatever reason, and then this card came out. So the reason being that this needs time, that this person needs time to heal and progress and grow. You need time to heal and progress and grow. And I feel like hopefully you're in the energy where, you know, you wouldn't take this person back unless they had evolved that butterfly. Somebody's evolving here with the butterfly. So, like I said, in this type of situation, you can't force change. You can't control that change. What you can do is start pouring that love back into yourself and ascend and evolve. So let's say this is you, this is them, and you know, you're trying to get them to change. As you evolve and grow within the connection, if they don't, it gets harder and harder to come together. And I kind of feel like that's when the separation ended. But my point is by not putting up with less than you deserve and choosing yourself and unconditionally loving yourself, you elevate. So this person, if they actually want to be with you, they have to change. They have to evolve. They have to grow. They have to heal to meet you on your level. And that's why I said, I hope you're in the energy where if this person came back in that golden mirror energy, you'd be way up here and you'd be like, nope, not doing it. I feel like this person needs to rise to where you are before they come in. All right, so let's see how this person is feeling about you. I'm just gonna change this a little. So how is this person feeling about the viewer? How is this person feeling about the viewer? We have clarity. Clarity, the other card was about balance. So clarity about maybe the balance here, the energetic imbalance. Mistakes, oh dear. So gaining clarity on the mistakes they've made. You could have been dealing with someone with that golden mirror card. This says victim. So they could have, you know, I don't want to say played the victim, but they could have. I'm seeing like, I'm hearing wounded warrior. So you could have been dealing with someone with like a victim mentality. Karma. How interesting. So through this separation, your person could be going through karma. They could be experiencing consequences for the way they treated you. And what I mean by that is divine intervention. Somebody could have treated them the way they treated you, or they could have treated someone the way they treated you, but that person didn't unconditionally love them and maybe bit back, is what I'm hearing. And it doesn't have to be a love interest. That can happen through a third party karmic. So that can be a family member, it can be a friend, it can be lots of different scenarios. I once had, like, seriously, I once had a karmic lesson through a contractor who was working in my house. So hoping, so they still have hope for this. And I feel like that card also talks about manifesting. So I feel like this person is manifesting you, and maybe they're not consciously, like maybe they're not even into manifestation, but by thinking about you constantly, because both of the reminiscing cards came out, they're essentially manifesting you. All right. Yeah, we have only you. Attached, craving. So they are kind of obsessing over this. They are still interested in you. They are very attracted to you. But again, they're showing restraint here. They're holding back. Divine feminine. Love it. So they're feeling like you're the divine feminine. So you know what I say, the divine feminine, I don't chase, I attract. And do you know what I'm hearing? I feel like this is you, so I'm just going to say it. I just heard, I no longer walk towards things that hurt me. I attract in, I attract in that which is for my highest good. Like, I feel like I just heard, I no longer walk towards lower vibrational energy, or I no longer walk towards or chase toxic situations. I'm attracting healed energy in. So this person does feel like you are not chasing them, that you are tending to your own garden. This is also showing the energy where this person, probably has never felt a connection like this before about anyone else, because the divine feminine energy that they're feeling for you, that's an irreplaceable energy. Yes, we have boundaries. Yes. So this person feels like there's boundaries in place. So maybe maybe you had enough. Maybe you hit a point where even though you unconditionally love this person, you needed to put up boundaries. And that's why I was saying, I hope that you're in the energy of what I was hearing when I looked at that card, which is, I no longer chase or walk towards anything that's unhealthy or doesn't give back to me. I'm attracting in equal give and take. I'm attracting in fairness and love. I'm attracting in affection returned. I'm attracting in healed energy. So I feel like this person feels you've had enough of them. All right. So how is this person feeling about you? Oh my goodness. Look at that. All right, so we have abandoned, left out, walked away, cold. So either they walked away or abandoned this situation, maybe after boundaries, or they're feeling like you walked away and left them in the cold and put up boundaries. We have healing, releasing, purifying, cleansing. So this person does feel like you're releasing them, and they could feel it energetically, especially if you're putting all that energy into yourself. This person could be feeling your energy kind of pulling away. I also feel like this person is feeling like they need to heal if they're going to come back towards you. We have hopeless. My goodness. So they're feeling a little bit hopeless here. Because like I said, if you're someone who's putting all that energy into yourself, they could be feeling energetically you pulling away. I'm not saying they know what that is. Leaving them to feel kind of hopeless about the situation. And then we have bluff. So this person could have thought you were bluffing. Like maybe you said to this person, I need to walk away from this and heal. If you ever heal, and like you could have said, if you're ever ready to heal, you can let me know. But this isn't working for me. And this person could have thought you were bluffing, especially if in the past there was this runner-chaser dynamic where you chased them or continued to pursue them. I feel like this person thought you were bluffing, but now they feel you releasing them and it's causing them to feel hopeless. And like I said, I felt like this person was manifesting you. It just started pouring. Someone's crying. Look at that, emotional storm on the bottom. That's hilarious. Emotional storm. It just started raining. How is this person feeling about you? So we have time. So they know this is going to take time. And now I'm hearing that song. I don't know who sings it. Is it George Harrison? It's going to take time, a whole lot of patience and time to do it right. Anyway, so clearly there were cycles here. There was some kind of cycle, whatever that cycle was for you. It's probably different for different viewers. And I feel like this person has been waiting for you to reach out to them, but I don't think you're reaching out to them, because it also came out with divine feminine. So I feel like this person has been waiting for you to reach out to them, but you're in divine feminine energy. You're not bluffing is what I'm hearing. And they thought you were bluffing. They could also be waiting for the right time to reach out to you when it feels right. Because there is an energy where they're restraining themselves from reaching out. So look at this. For how they feel about you, they're very uncertain and unclear about the future with you. And this one says uncertain about the future. And this confusion is kind of giving me the energy of like, it could have been very hot and cold and inconsistent. And you could have been left feeling very confused, and perhaps you had to put up boundaries. But this person definitely feels uncertain about how to approach you. Uncertain if you still think about them. Again, I'm kind of seeing this person like kind of looking at the calendar and thinking like, how many months has it been since I've heard from this person? I thought they'd reach out by now. I mean, you could be thinking the same thing on your side. This person thought you were bluffing, but you weren't bluffing. You weren't bluffing. So there is this energy. They're unsure if you're going to reach out to them or if you are bluffing. They're uncertain about how to approach you because of this card. You know, I just heard point of no return. So for some of you, this person could have went past the point of no return. Maybe you said that to them. I don't know. We'll just get a couple more. So that's interesting. I just peeked under that. And so this person could be waiting, and look at like the similarities. This card says needs time, takes time, taking time to heal before reaching out to you. And then this one talks about waiting, self-growth, self-focused, soul finding. So it could be that this person, yeah, is waiting, excuse me, until they heal and their intuition says it's time to reach out to you. All right, let's just get a few more. How is this person feeling about you? How is this person feeling about you? We have sorrow. We have escaping, avoiding, blocking, pushing away. So clearly someone walked away from this connection. They could feel like you're avoiding them or that you pushed them away, but that's not, I feel it's more so that they pushed you away. It could be that they're feeling sorrow for pushing you away. Maybe for some of you, you block this person. And then we have depth. So they are realizing your importance, the value you brought to this connection. They're clearly deep in their feelings here about you. Oh my gosh, we have twin flames on the bottom. Oh my, mirroring, shared feelings, reflections. So they are deep in reflection. And the fact that twin flames came out, you know, this, and it's the bottom last card. I'm not saying this person knows what twin flames are, but when twin flames comes out for how they feel about you, it is telling me that they feel a very intense, once in a lifetime, haven't experienced it before kind of connection. And they're really reflecting about this. I knew this person was going to be in their feelings. I knew it. All right, so now we're going to get tarot. And like I said, whenever I pick up on this energy, I feel very called to like my darker decks. So this is the one I chose. We have 7 of Swords, 6 of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. So I'm getting kind of, oh no, we have King of Cups in reverse. Oh, gross. Sorry. Listen, King of Cups in reverse, very telling for this reading, because the King of Cups in reverse is someone who's lacking emotional awareness, lacking emotional intelligence. It can be, it doesn't have to be, but it can be someone who didn't put in a lot of effort, low effort when it comes to a romantic connection. It can point towards manipulation, actually emotional manipulation. And the fact that we had that golden mirror card come out, we also have the 7 of Swords. So the 7 of Swords is about deception. It's about manipulation. It's about not wanting to face your shadows. It can be about sneaking away or running away or avoiding. So I feel like this person maybe tried to avoid this soul connection. And you know, like I said, maybe you felt a bond with this person and you could have even seen through those behaviors and still loved this person. Low effort, emotional manipulation is what's coming through with that King of Cups in reverse. So I feel like this person, maybe they tried to run away from feeling nostalgic about you. Maybe they tried to run away from this soul connection, but I feel like they can't fight it. Now I'm hearing the song and I can't fight this feeling anymore. I've forgotten what I started fighting for. What song is that? It's an oldie. I can hear it. I just don't know what song it is. So to me, it looks like this could have stemmed from childhood wounds, and perhaps this connection, like the wheel had to stop turning here so that this person could heal and so that you could heal. All right, well, let's have a look at what's happening here. We have water energy and we have fixed signs so far. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio. We have the Two of Spheres, which does talk about, listen, here we go. The Two of Pentacles talks about not being able to find a balance. So maybe you and this person couldn't find a balance. It could have been that there was inconsistency here. Somebody could have been prioritizing work or something else over this connection. The Two of Spheres also talks about, or the Two of Pentacles talks about cognitive dissonance. And I was talking about this in a reading that I did yesterday, where, you know, you could have been experiencing cognitive dissonance because of the inconsistency, because of the fact that you loved this person, but it's almost like your mind was telling you something is wrong here. We have the Three of Swords in reverse, so that does show healing. So you could be healing from the situation, healing from cognitive dissonance. So the other day when I did that reading, I don't know if you watched it, but I kept hearing cognitive dissonance, which is not something I talk about a lot, but I kept hearing it. And then when I went to shuffle the shadow cards, cognitive dissonance came out. So I'm just going to mention to you what it is, because I feel like this could be you. It could also be them. Cognitive dissonance is the tension between what you believe and what you experience. So you could have believed, you know, that this person could change. You could have believed that this connection could grow into something healthy, but the experience you were having wasn't matching up with what your intuition was telling you. It could also be about this person. Like, this person could have had a truth that they didn't have a fear of intimacy. Their truth could have been that they didn't have anything that they needed to heal or work on. But I feel like they're gaining clarity about the fact that they do. It clings to old narratives, justifies contradictions, and avoids the deeper reckoning. Because to admit the truth, to acknowledge misalignment, means facing the unknown, letting go of certainty, and stepping into a space where you no longer have all the answers, and that is terrifying. But growth is not about staying comfortable. It's about evolving beyond the illusions that no longer serve you. The discomfort of cognitive dissonance is not a punishment, it is an invitation. An invitation to question, to expand, to rewrite what no longer fits. The mind will try to hold on, to rationalize, to resist, but the soul knows when something is no longer in alignment. So I just want to read this to you, because you could resonate with this, or you could resonate with your person being in this energy. And if you're counterparts, there could have been mirroring of cognitive dissonance. And what I mean by that is it could have affected you both in very different ways. A deep internal conflict that arises when beliefs, values, or actions contradict each other, leading to mental and emotional distress. This wound manifests as discomfort, self-doubt, and an inability to reconcile opposing truths, creating a cycle of rationalization, avoidance, or justification. There may be a struggle between personal integrity and external expectations, a disconnection between what is known and what is chosen, fear of confronting inconvenient truths. This can result in feelings of guilt, anxiety, or defensiveness when challenged. Over time, cognitive dissonance can lead to exhaustion, as the mind constantly tries to bridge the gap between belief and reality. Some may attempt to resolve the conflict by by clinging rigidly to familiar narratives, which is kind of what I meant when I said you could have unconditionally loved this person, while others may oscillate between perspectives. Physically, this wound can manifest as headaches, digestive distress, or constant tension, particularly in the jaw and neck from suppressed frustration. Watch for patterns of denial, justifying contradictions, or avoiding information that challenges existing beliefs. All right, back to the cards. Bridget Jones could be symbolic. She just popped into my head. So there's definitely a theme of needing to heal here. The card that was flipped out was the Three of Swords in reverse. That does talk about healing. And I feel like in order for there to be a reconciliation, there needs to be an apology and forgiveness after healing. And now we have the Nine of Swords in reverse, which talks about recovery. So you could be recovering from this situation, because if you were connected to that King of Cups in reverse, that can be, like I said, that could have caused cognitive dissonance within you, causing you to feel emotionally burnt out, or I'm hearing self-doubt. So there's definitely a need for healing and recovery. We have the Five of Spheres, which is the Five of Pentacles. So someone feels left out in the cold here. Someone feels abandoned. And, you know, maybe that's how you felt at the beginning of the separation. And we have the Ten of Pentacles. That's interesting. Ten of Pentacles. So the fact that I said you could have felt left out in the cold or abandoned or rejected at the start of this separation, maybe now you're starting to focus on your own stability, focus on your own Ten of Pentacles energy. That Ten of Pentacles was, I just felt a door slam. That Ten of Pentacles is an interesting card coming out. So I'm just cutting the deck. We have Strength. So I feel like this is really testing you. You know, a lot of tarot readers have been having their videos taken down, and now I'm questioning like every card. This technically doesn't have any nudity on it, but the person is also not wearing anything. So I'll just do this for now. So we do have Strength, which shows a very strong bond. It also shows inner strength. So you could be focused on your inner strength right now. This is Leo energy. What's underneath? We have the Five of Swords in reverse, the Hierophant, and the King of Cups in reverse. So you could be trying to really focus on your own inner strength. You could be going through some sort of spiritual ascension. I do feel like, you know, with the Five of Swords in reverse, it does feel like you would like to make amends with this person, but not if they're in that King of Cups in reverse, only if they've ascended. All right, that's Taurus energy with the Hierophant, Leo with Strength. So let's see how this person is doing. Let's look at their current energy. We have the Two of Wands and the Seven of Cups and the Knight of Swords. Oh my goodness gracious. So Knight of Swords does speak of, that's air energy. It does speak of fear of intimacy. And the Two of Wands speaks of feeling, you know, there's a fear of leaving their comfort zone. The Two of Wands is someone who's kind of at a crossroads. And I feel like this person does want to speak to you with the Knight of Swords. I feel like they're very focused on you right now. They could be, like their mind could be heavily focused on you. But the Two of Wands, again, it's like a fear of leaving their comfort zone. It's a fear of coming towards you. The Knight of Swords does talk about, you know, there's a lot they want to say to you, but they're trying not to be impulsive here. So they are restraining themselves. It's like, I feel like everything in them wants to come towards you, but the Two of Wands shows they're waiting and they're thinking about the future here. The Seven of Cups on the bottom shows that this person is confused on how to come towards you. So they're kind of in this like mind fog here. And we have the Tower. Oh my goodness. Wake up call. And you see someone being thrown from the Tower. This is their current energy. So I feel like they are going through a divine intervention. They're going through a wake up call, like I said. And they're feeling very confused on how to come towards you, and they're trying to restrain themselves right now. Let's see how they're feeling about you. How are they feeling about you? How are they feeling about you? I just heard how are they feeling about themselves for some reason, so I'm going to ask that after this. We have the Star, Aquarius energy, so this person is feeling drawn to you, drawn to your healing energy. What's really interesting is the Star can talk about like wearing a mask. So this person could be feeling like, I do feel like this person is hoping that you're just going to reach out to them, but I don't think you are, especially not after listening to this reading. But they feel very drawn to your energy. They feel like you are healing. Like I said, you could have even told, that's interesting. You could have even told them, I was hearing earlier, like if you want to heal, then maybe we can revisit this, but not until you heal. We have the Fool on the bottom. So that's a really interesting energy because there's something about this card. I feel like your light shines very brightly. And I feel like this person has a fear that you're off on a new adventure. Why am I hearing that? I just heard the Backyardigans, into the thick of it. Into the thick of it. Anyway, I don't know why I'm hearing that. So I feel like this person could be feeling like you are releasing them and having a new start or a fresh start. This could also be symbolic of what I was hearing, that this person feels like they have healing to do before they take a leap of faith towards you. We have Aries energy and Aquarius energy. The letter A could be symbolic. How is this person feeling about you? We have the Three of Swords in reverse. So this person does feel, they do want to reconciliate here. They do feel like you're healing. I feel like this person, they could be feeling like they ripped you in half in some sense, just because of this image. But the Three of Swords shows that they want to make amends. They want to apologize, and they're hoping you'll forgive them. One more. How is this person feeling about the viewer? Okay. We have the Three of Spheres, Three of Pentacles. So the fact that we have that Two of Pentacles coming out in the shuffle, white SUV could be symbolic, gray pickup truck could be symbolic, and I mentioned the cognitive dissonance, right? This person, they do want to find balance with you. With the Three of Pentacles, they want to get on the same page as you. They want to cooperate with you. They want some sort of reconnection here with the Three of Pentacles. They could feel like you are getting attention from someone at work. I don't know why that's coming through. What's on the bottom? We have the Nine of Cups. So this person feels like you're their wish fulfillment. They should have invested in you. I feel like this person, there's something about waiting for the right time to come towards you. I want to see how this person is feeling about themselves. And I've never asked that in a reading, but I'm really curious because I was hearing it when I was shuffling for you. How is this person feeling about themselves? How is this person feeling about themselves? 6 of Cups in reverse. Interesting. Something about the inner child. Remember I said that in the beginning of this reading? Because we had the butterfly, and I talked about how something came to light for them, and they're realizing that something stems from their childhood. I feel like this person felt like they were emotionally immature within this connection, but specifically the 6 of Cups in reverse and the Page of Cups, there's some kind of inner child wounding, inner child, Page of Cups. 6 of Cups also talks about childhood. I feel like this person knows there's some sort of something from their past that affects them, that they need to heal. Something about their inner child that they need to heal. Judgment for how they feel about themselves. So they're actually judging themselves right now. And they feel like they have a lot of self-evaluation to do. And that some of the decisions they made within this connection have possibly changed their future. Also, like maybe the decision not to heal their childhood wounds changed how this connection ended up. But this person feels like they need to self-evaluate, that they need to go within. Judgment is another wake-up call card. So there's something in their past, specifically something to do with their inner child, that's keeping them stuck in the past. Something that they haven't been able to, for how this person feels about themselves. The 6 of Cups in reverse talks about not allowing past experiences to dictate their future. So, this reminds me of, like, for example, the energy that I was in when I realized my kids were very young. I talked about it in that shadow reading. I feel like this is connected to that shadow reading. But I hit a point where I started when my kids were very young. They're not old now, but they're, 11 and 13. When they were very, 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 very young, I was triggered and I started acting like my father. And that was the moment, judgment, 6 of Cups in reverse. I knew I'm not going to let the way I was raised dictate my children's future. I'm going to go to therapy, and I'm not going to be my father. I'm not going to be my mother. And that's kind of how that's the energy that's coming through for your person. And my throat's closing over. Throat chakra blockage. All right. Let's see their intentions towards you. What are their intentions towards you? We have the 6 of Swords and Justice. Fucking right. Yes. So their intentions are to balance this. This is so interesting. I'm getting so many downloads for you. So let's talk about this for a minute. Justice is showing this person intends to take accountability, to apologize, to be honest with you. The 6 of Swords shows this person wants to reconnect after a disconnect. They want to move into calmer waters, be honest with you, and take accountability. We have Libra energy here. What's really interesting is this card is making me think of the dragon card in that animal deck. So now I need to get the book. I hope you didn't hear my back crack. My back just cracked. Ugh. The dragon. Seeing one's most true self, balancing the ego. Like, look at this. You see what I mean? Balancing the ego, seeing one's most true self. Transformative energy. So I feel like this person intends to like face their ego, if they know what that means. I'm not saying they know what that means. But that's when you know, when you face your ego, that's when you face your shadows. Oh, underneath that is the Five of Wands, which is about resolution and the end of conflict. All right, let's see what action this person is taking towards you. What action is this person going to take towards you? We have the Four of Cups in reverse. We have the Ace of Spheres in the upright. Nice. You know what's funny is that those came out reversed. And what I mean by that, that means they would have been in I'm a tarot dork. That means they would have been in the deck, like the Four of Cups would have been upright and the Ace of Spheres would have been in reverse. But they came out in reverse. So they came out Four of Cups reverse, Ace of Spheres in the upright. So very interesting. The Four of Cups in reverse is about clarity and awareness. It's about choosing happiness. It's about putting more effort in love. And remember, the King of Cups in reverse was talking about low effort. And the Ace of Pentacles is showing an offer of stability. So I'm not saying this is the timing, but the Four of Cups would point towards 4 months. I didn't ask about timing, but I'm hearing 4 months, so I wanted to mention it. And you had 2 cards about this is going to take time. So this is interesting. We have the Ace of Wands, which is about inspired action, and we have the Sun in reverse, which is about, I feel like this person communicating that they took you for granted. Also, clarity, awareness. Oh my gosh, it all makes sense. The Sun in reverse can sometimes talk about needing to heal those undesirable traits. I hate the word narcissist, but it can be about needing to heal, clarity and awareness about needing to heal some of those traits. Let's see what's blocking this person. What is currently blocking them? We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Cups. So listen, very interesting. Cycles stemming from their past, their upbringing, their foundation. The Page of Cups, remember I talked about the inner child. So currently what is blocking them is that there are adjustments that they need to make. The Page of Cups does talk about emotional immaturity. So This is why I always say, if you want this person to rush in right now, they'd be coming in still emotionally mature, because they need time to heal before they come in. So just think about that. Would you rather have them back in the same version that you couldn't align with? Or would you rather have them back as a butterfly, as that ascended version of themselves that can meet you where you are? So emotional vulnerability, so they're not yet, what's blocking them is that they don't know how to be emotionally vulnerable with you. What's blocking them is there's still some immaturity that they're working through. There's still some inner child things that they need to make adjustments with and to heal. It also talks about escapism. So this person could still be in a bit of runner energy and insecurity. So the Page of Cups does talk about how this person is having all these realizations and ideas, but they're too insecure to share them right now. So that's one thing that's blocking them. And then the Wheel of Fortune. What is currently blocking this person? The Wheel of Fortune. Delays. They could be going through a lot of, listen, remember their energy, they had the Tower. So right now there are external events blocking this person from coming in. I'm telling you, divine intervention so that they finally heal. So there's still changes and adjustments that this person needs to make before they're going to be allowed near you, is what I'm hearing. All right. What is your advice? Actually, I was hearing 4 months, right? So let's look at the connecting energy between you and them in 2 months. 2 months, the connecting energy in 2 months. We have the Four of Swords. So that does show in 2 months' time, there's a transformation happening. But you're both still, like, this person is still withdrawn. And don't let that get to you. Something like this takes time. And if you haven't watched that shadow reading, I believe this is connected to that reading. It would have been the last reading I posted before this one. Let's look at 3 months, the connecting energy in 3 months. We have the Chariot and the Lovers. Oh my goodness. And you know what that talks about? And the Fool. So the Chariot and the Lovers with the Fool, that's powerful. I stopped mentioning signs, I'm sorry. Cancer, Gemini. Did I see anything else? I can't remember. This does show, remember when I was talking about energetic alignment? That's exactly what I'm talking about. The Chariot is about moving into alignment. 2 opposing forces, you and them, moving into alignment. And we have the Lovers, which shows that can talk about union. So this person making the choice to come towards you is what I'm seeing. And the Fool is on the bottom. What's underneath the Fool? The Four of Wands. Oh my gosh. So, leap of faith towards you. Four of Wands is also about a reunion, someone coming home. The end of a long journey, I'm hearing. 3 months. 3 to 4 months. All right, I'm going to get a few channeled messages from this person. We have balancing, the first cut. I'm trying to balance the scales of my life and our connection. I took more from you than you were able to give, and I used it for my own benefit. I now understand this was unhealthy and unfair to you. I'm sorry. How interesting. So what does this person want to say to you? Tower on the bottom. I feel like my life is falling apart. I told you, Tower. And being pulled apart. No matter what I try and build, things keep crumbling all around me. I wish you were here to help. You were the only solid thing in my life. Changes that are difficult but necessary for growth. Moments in life that push us to be better, do better, because we deserve better. So March 2nd or February 3rd could be symbolic. Or the age 32. What does this person want to say to you? Future focus. That's what that Two of Wands is about too. Like this person thinking about the future. June 6th. I'm devoted to returning to you. I'm starting to feel hopeful about the future. I see you being a part in it. So they are thinking about the future, but I'm more so getting your person is uncertain if you will give them another chance. They could also be watching you. We have telepathic. May 6th, June 5th. I feel you through everything, the things I touch, the images I see, and the voices I hear. We are connected throughout this universe, even if we are miles apart. We have past life. July 1st, January 7th. When I am with you, I feel as time just stops and it's you and me against the world. You feel like home to me. You understand me and I understand you. So this person feels a past life connection with you. 1971. The ages 66, 56, 71 could be symbolic. We have 83. So 1983, August 3rd, March 8th. I took forever in making up my mind about our connection. This is Taurus energy. Instead of speaking to you, I would run away and indulge in unnecessary pleasures to ignore my feelings. So it seems like this person distracted themselves. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, a twin flame card came out. Look, on the floor, broken mirror on the floor, and gluttonous gossip. 16, Tower energy, January 6th, June 1st. I'm an idiot. I spoke about our connection as if it was trivial. I didn't respect the sanctity of our connection. Instead of keeping things between you and me, I allowed others to interfere. So unfortunately that can happen, especially in these twin flame connections, is you start talking to your friends about them who don't understand twin flame connections. And the advice they give is like, oh, that sounds toxic. Oh, this and that and blah, blah, blah. And I know they mean well. Sometimes we need to hear it, especially if you are in the energy of like unconditionally loving someone who is treating you badly. Sometimes you need your friend to say, what are you doing? Like, you deserve better than that. Like, anyway. But there's also the other side of it where sometimes I hear about masculines, and I'm not talking about gender, talking to their friends about the connection and getting bad advice about it. Like, even though the masculine ran and pushed the connection away and showed up in unhealthy ways, their friends will give them the advice, well, love shouldn't have to be so complicated. You should just move on. There's plenty of fish in the sea. We have mirroring nature. The mirror is broken. The reflection has been shattered. If you are feeling under duress or feeling solemn, it's because your person is. When you are thinking of me, I am thinking of you. Our connection is deep and profound and sometimes difficult to understand. And that came out with the gluttonous gossip. And then we have twin flame. Purpose to live life separately, learning lessons. And that's the thing about twin flames. I've never heard of twin flames who come together and it's just like, oh, we're together now. Happily ever after. Nope. The point is that you come together, you activate, and then you go into separation to learn all your lessons and heal. And then possible union after becoming stronger and awakened. So you both have to awaken, you both have to heal. I recognize our connection was intense and it still burns my soul. It's a connection that can never be broken, but it is one that must be balanced in order to move forward together. All right, my friends, I'm going to leave this here. Do I want to leave it here? Or do I want to get a card of advice? Why don't I get a card of advice for you? Let's go with a surrender. So this will be what you or them need to surrender. But look at this. Surrender unhealthy relationships, even if it is your twin flame. If it's not serving you, you need to release it. That does not mean you won't come into union. That does not mean there's no hope. That does not mean people were lying to you about the journey. That means that the version that person was showing up in was unhealthy and not in your highest alignment. And the only way for it to evolve is to release it. And they need to evolve to meet you there. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. And this goes for like friendships too and other relationships. You deserve to be treasured and surrounded by positive people. Maybe there's some, maybe there's some unhealthy people in your person's energy that they need to release. Surrender to silence. So don't fear it. There's actually a lot happening here in silence. Silence can heal and replenish you. All right. What needs to be surrendered here? What needs to be surrendered? Bueller? Anything? What needs to be surrendered? Surrender to non-action. Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. Yes, my little unicorn. Don't you do it. Surrender resentments. Holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward towards positive situations in your life. And releasing resentments doesn't mean what they did was okay. It doesn't mean that you're going to put up with whatever caused the resentment in the first place. It just means it's not weighing you down. Surrender to play. Take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. And it raises your vibration. I like to color. Surrender to spirit. Once you've done everything you can, turn the situation over to the divine. Let spirit work its magic for you. And surrender your desire to control people. Being controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve the goal, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. And surrender to rest and sleep. To prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. I think I need that card. All right, so that's your reading, my friends. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and let me know if you're interested in zodiac twin flame readings, because that's what I'm feeling called to do, so I'll probably just do it anyway. But I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.